last win with, where the loser of this game is going to be on edge. Believe. Oh my goodness.
Believe bringing out some
friendly banter.
Yeah. Alright, but spawning down here in the 5 o'clock position, we have the Pink Zerg taking that last game very convincingly with that Roach bust. From TtSEED Gaming, it is Revolution.
And spawning over here in the 9 o'clock position, the poor victim of the Roach bust, Believe. Oh. I think Believe has had enough of this. Look at him. He put his pylon at the top of his ramp. I don't think he might just not go Nexus first this time.
Very quick scout though from Revolution. We're gonna see if he goes. He's gonna send his drone in the wrong direction.
That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Let's see. Okay. So. Oh! Never mind. Nexus first. He has 2 more probes queued up.
No early pull here from Revolution. Looking like he wants to go for that hatch first himself. So, gonna be a just fine decision here from Believe. Gonna get away with that Nexus first.
I'm somewhat surprised he went for this again, just considering on how Revolution so quickly punished him last game.
Could be some mind games going on.
Well, if you look at what he said in the chat at the end of that game, he says he should have seen it coming with the gas after he went Nexus first. So maybe he's just that confident in his ability to defend, given proper scouting information that he lacked last game. So he may just try to commit more to scouting and say, because he seems to believe he's the better player, right? So
yeah,
he should just trust his defending ability at this point.
And Revolution is going to follow us up with the 3 hash before pull.
Ooh. Well, we finally get our coveted macro game.
I don't know. Nexus first makes two base all-ins a lot stronger.
It does, but it makes third stronger too. It makes everything stronger. You just have so many more probes.
Yep.
Let's see. Cybercore Believes walling setup. I'm not so sure about that. Like his reasoning behind this. So he has the gateway at the top of his main ramp as if to block something, but I don't understand why there.
He did scout the 3rd hatch going down, so he's like, there's no way any lings were coming for me anytime soon, so might as well start my natural wall.
Yeah, well, starting his natural wall with the Cybercore is fine, but it just confuses me that he built the gateway in that position at the top of his ramp, because it doesn't really block run-bys. You have a ping. You have a probe.
Doing down here? What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That looks like a fantastic position for a Stargate. What do you think? Stargate or Twilight?
If it was Terran, I'd say Stargate in a second. But I don't know. I don't feel like we see proxy Stargates very often in BBZ.
I feel like it.
Oh, it is a Stargate. All right. Well,
here's why a Stargate works, at least at this level. In Diamond League, people are much more likely to go blind spores than a GM player is. Revolution is going to typically rely on his scouting ability and just ability to prepare once he knows what's coming. So Believe is much less likely to encounter blind spores than I am because Revolution is better.
Yeah.
And he should just make an Oracle out of this. I'm not expecting him to try to make Phoenixes or anything. That would shock me. The big question here is if he tries to make more than one.
Oh, and look at those blind spores.
They're not quite blind. The Overlord got into Believe's base and saw double gas and no tech.
Oh, he did, you're right.
Oh no, there's probably an Oracle, which is a fantastic read by Revolution. Except he kind of messed up. He looked at that and thought in DTs. And did not build a spore in his main.
He's gonna come up with his Oracle and get the Queen.
Is that worth it?
Because he's gonna get a few drones afterwards. And the Oracle is now unchallenged in the main. So he's gonna get 6, 7 drones, and he's gonna get out of there.
He made a second Oracle.
Yeah. The Spore is almost done, though, so he's not gonna be able to do any more damage here in the main. Second Oracle is just for Revelations or something, I don't know.
No, he sent it to the third and got 3 kills with it. So that brings the drones killed count up to 10. And there is now more probes than drones, and a third. I am so happy right now. I am looking forward to it.
We are going to get that macro game.
Yeah, I'm going to go back over this game later, because stealing builds from players better than me is always a great idea.
Yes, definitely. Revolution does not have any idea about this third. He is sending the Overlord in now, and he will scout it out. And we'll see what he decides to do here.
These poor lings outside of the third base. There's like 8 lings or so, and they all died to the oracles. And actually, these oracles are going to do a good job of robbing Revolution of map control for a while, just because he won't be able to move out without units being picked off or without Revelation being cast.
They're also very good at picking off creep. Because they're built-in detection.
It's true.
He's going to need a little bit more energy before he just tries to push back the creep. But
if you look at the third right now, you'll see exactly what I mean about how you have to play if you take a third on this map. Believe has a very nice setup. He has 6 sentries, a cannon, and a gateway wall. And you really need this if you're going to hold the third on this map, just because of the low ground between the natural and the third. You can't put your army there. You'll get surrounded and die. So you have to just kind of defend both instead of trying to take an engagement.
We're getting Burrow here and Tunneling Claws.
Ha!
This could be, this could be exciting.
Let's see if Believe does better than I did.
And even though Believe has scouted even though Revolution has scouted the third base here, he is showing no signs of wanting to take a fourth.
I don't know what this is. Okay, so Believe is poking out right now, and he's going to pretty much just have to recall immediately. If I look at the army supply, Revolution's army supply is roughly double that of Believe right now, and this push is not going to get anything done. Roach speed's completed, and ooh, those are some nice force fields though.
Yeah, and the oracles are contributing some damage on these roaches.
But Burrow's about to finish. They'll be able to heal up. This push, I do not see it. He could surprise me, like game 1, if Revolution gets supply blocked and dies horribly again, but I honestly do not see this push killing him. Yep.
But with nothing that shoots up in this army, oh, this could be a nice trap here. Is he going to fall for it? Uh-oh. Shark
Here
attack.
it comes.
Shark attack. Bam!
And all the sentries are gone.
Oh no.
Half the stalkers are gone. That was a fantastic trap by Revolution.
That was oddly satisfying. Being a Terran player.
When that happens as a Protoss player, you just kind of want to cry. You're like, no! Because yes, your stalkers can get out. Great. But your sentries are now all dead. What was this? Believe blinked down onto the low ground trying to take a fight, and he's losing a lot of stalkers.
He is getting a good amount of roaches, and he's just going to blink out of here. I think he's just trying to buy time at home because he's making more stalkers. But there's really nothing here. There's no sentries, there's no immortals. Revolution can just march into the main. Even if there were sentries, he does have tunneling claws.
There's not even, I think the Mothership Core. Yeah, the Mothership Core died. So, yeah. Believe is in a lot of trouble right now. The roaches are coming in, they're surrounding the stalkers on the low ground. This is why you have to be on the high ground on this map. And now they can
holding,
just go
though.
into the natural.
He is keeping Believe from, or Revolution from doing any sort of damage here, economic damage. He's buying a lot of time with these roaches.
Right now, the roach count is 45 and the stalker count is only 16, and the cyber core dies. Oh no, that's really painful. Now he can only make zealots. That's all.
Zealots are not very good against roaches.
No.
No, sir.
He started a new cyber core, but it won't be out for a long time, and he's gonna lose his natural nexus.
Yeah, an Immortal is on the way, but it's gonna be so far off, and the Stalkers are just gonna get sandwiched here. Yep. I think that's gonna be the end of Believe in this game.
Let's see if Believe has another comment like at the beginning of this game, because he said he thought he was going to take it 3-0 and now he'd have to settle for 3-1. Well, should have waited for Revelation, then free win. GG.
Alright, so I gotta ask you, if Believe decided to put that Stargate at home instead of proxying it, do you think maybe some Void Rays
Yes.
being pumped out at home would have done a lot?
Yes. When you see someone who's going roaches, like if you look at the way Revolution was playing, he had a single Evo chamber, as far as I'm aware. Maybe, I don't think he had a second one on ever. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so and he had no fourth base. So he was really just kind of committed onto the roach tech. So Void Rays and Immortals, just build them both in large numbers and stay alive until you can get the higher tech units. Blink Stalkers are very difficult to hold that kind of army off with.
Yeah.
Especially when you...
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Especially when you lose all of your sentries.
Yeah, the shark attack really hurt in there. We saw some okay blinks from Believe trying to hold off that roach tech, but his tech was just so late in the Immortals or anything else. So the roaches just got too many roaches.
Yeah. That's actually precisely what the style Revolution was playing against me in the round of 32. And it was even effective against a player much better than me in Believe. Okay, we're into the game. Our next map is going to, or